And if you have your that crossword puzzle that I gave you earlier, put it on the right, the right hand side and the right hand corner. Right hand corner. Yep. And don't touch it. You're touching nothing on your desk except for your issue book. So if you have that paper, put it on the on your right hand, the right hand corner of your desk. And if not, it's okay. Because you guys got a lot of treats today. So. Okay, class.
Kansas.
Kansas. We just learned that some of these are these countries.
Pennsylvania. Or you saw Pennsylvania. I know. Pennsylvania.
Nope.
Delaware.
Rhode Island. Here, gonna review these ones you've learned so far. 41 of them.
41
safety points so far. You got 9 more. You'll know the entire 50 United States. It's easy. I don't want anybody to say anything until I get in the room. Because some people, I'm not that I can get everybody in, so I'm trying to get everybody in. And that's not until I get to the end of the room. Listen. I'm going to swing around, and once I get to the end of the room, then you can say what you think to say it. Because I can't, sometimes I get people on this side, sometimes I don't get people on this side, so I'm trying to get everybody participating. Listen, look at it, and then you can look at it, and wait. There we go. Connecticut. Sit down, boys. Maine. Yep. Wait till I get to Ocean, and you can say it. You already know.
Missouri.
Mississippi.
Iowa.
Wait till I get to Ocean, and then you can say it. Iowa. Good job. Thank you, and then you can say it. Virginia.
New Hampshire.
Wait till I get to Ocean. That's where you can see it.
North Dakota.
North Dakota. Wait till I get to Ocean.
Colorado.
at first before I got it out.
Georgia.
Good.
Aw.
Go. Alright, let's do baby. Wait. Wait. Just learn about this. Wait. 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 Could be okay, let's move. Wait. New York. Now I want you to turn to page 148. You're not have your book again, Summer? Find it. Did you check your locker? Not in there, are you sure? Let's check your locker one more time, just to be sure. Okay, what's the person we've been learning about? Benjamin. Robert E. Lee. And where did Robert E. Lee go to college? He did. And what was the name of the building? Oh, what was the name of the military school? Victoria. West Point is the name of the military school. West Point Military Academy. What's the girl's name that Robert E. Lee married? Very fine. Raymond. Okay. Not Mary Washington. Please tell me. Martha Washington is the name of the girl's married. See. What job what was Robert E. Lee's job in the Army before the Civil War? Savannah. Engineer. He was an engineer. And what did he do? As that here. And force, correct. See. Who became the commander of all the Southern armies in the Civil War? Maya. Robert E. Lee. Okay, the South had fewer factories and fewer men than the North. How would this hurt the South during the war? Okay. Numbers. One way, and then what else? They could get fewer supplies. Yeah, supplies to go around. The Confederate soldiers loved General Lee. Although he was expected always expected them to do their duty. He was always kind and understanding. The soldiers would cheer General Lee when he rode by on his beautiful gray horse, Traveler. What was the horse's name?
Traveler.
Okay, Traveler. When their general was in danger during battle, the soldiers would refuse to fight until General Lee rode back to safety. As you can see, his soldiers are very, very loyal to him. I told you guys about that. So as you can see, his soldiers are very loyal to him, and I'm not surprised because like you learned this a couple days ago, General Lee was a very loyal and honest and easy man to be loyal to. So for 4 years, General Lee and his soldiers fought a brave fight. Although General Lee was very wise, the Union Army was much bigger and stronger. Lee had to give up. The North won the war. So even though he was a very good general, the North had the advantage because they were bigger and stronger. But even through that, he still didn't lose hope. Okay, so we read the Civil War is over, first paragraph.
Civil War is over. At the close of the war, many Southern soldiers were bitter. A few of them wanted to leave the United States and go to Europe. General Lee talked to his men. We are one country again. Go back to your home. Help build up our country again.
And like I said, even though he lost the war as a general, he was still very humble and didn't get bitter over it. He encouraged his men to go home and rebuild after the war. Savannah, will you read the next paragraph?
Now that the war is over, what would General Lee do? He had told his soldiers to help build up their country. He must try to do it too. General Lee was offered many jobs. When he was asked to become president of Washington College in Virginia, he said yes. Washington College was named after his death. As the years passed his soldiers, he would teach his students because he was making love for the country.
You can stop there. See, as you can see, he did not get bitter over the Civil War and sit in his house and smoke and become bitter over it. Instead, he was asked to be became president of Washington College. And he went on to do many great things after the war. In 1870, only a few years after the Civil War, Lee died. Washington College was given a new name, Washington and Lee University. The North won the war, the South lost. But both the North and the South agreed that, like General George Washington, General Lee was one of the greatest generals who had ever lived. And even though he was a great general, he still had a difficult decision to make. Because remember, he was actually from the South, but he fought for the North. He was actually from the North, but he fought for the South. It'd be like if I'm actually from New York. I was born in New York. So that would be like me, and I live in North Carolina now. So that would be like me fighting the North. I'd be in a very difficult situation because I have family up in New York still, but I also have family down here in the South. So it says no matter what section of the country you're from, you must realize that Lee faced a difficult problem. Like I said, he lived in the South, but he was also from the North. So he had a difficult problem in the fact that he was siding with either side, but he had family or friends on both sides. So, like I said, if he fought for the South, he'd be fighting against the country he loved. If he fought for the North, he would be fighting against his own home state and his own family and friends whom he dearly loved. When he made his decision, he did not turn back. Once defeated, he was not a sore loser. Like I said before, some men got bitter over the fact South lost, but he did not get better. He moved on with his life and continued to do great work, even though he suffered a great loss. He lost some, like he would not like. Instead, he urged those who were bitter to accept defeat and to help build up their country. He did not become bitter. Instead, he urged people, especially the soldiers, to continue on and continue building up the country after the war. See, next page. What great person did Robert E. Lee admire all through his life? Connor. Washington. Correct. And what military academy did he attend? We went a little bit over this. Valerie. West Point. And in what war did the Southern states lead the United States?
Civil War.
Civil War. And what was the Southern Army called, DJ?
Military?
Nope.
Oh, really?
Kelly. What was the Southern Army called?
Confederate.
Confederate Army. And what specific job was Robert E. Lee given during the war? Maya. Commander. And what did Robert E. Lee encourage his men to do after the war was over? Raymond.
To build up their country.
And last but not least, who was traveler? Victoria. Lee Ford. And you notice the page on the picture on page 151. You may visit Arlington and see Robert E. Lee's home. Yes, I believe I was a sophomore in high school, and we went to see Washington, D.C., and I believe we went to the Arlington National Cemetery, and we saw Lee's home. And we saw the Patriot Guards and some of the other things. So I would suggest that when you get a chance, when you're a little bit older, ask your parents to take you to go see Robert E. Lee's home. It's really cool. Now, book. And let's see, everybody, the ones that did that word start is on the corner of your desk, right-hand corner of your desk, and this is on the left. Bookmark and 2 veggie scale silly bends. Veggie scale one. So you can use this bookmark for your book recordings coming up. Nope, the regular. When you get it, put on the left-hand corner. Put it on the left-hand corner. Put it on the left-hand corner. If you want to trace your pizza. On the left-hand corner. Everything on the left-hand corner right now. Like my mama said, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.